We've got a negative sentiment in the market yesterday on the banking front, despite the fact that we've got a string of first quarter 2011 results coming through. Taking a look at Zenith Bank, largely considered the most profitable and efficient bank in Nigeria. It posted some strong results for quarter one. We had gross earnings falling marginally though versus the same time last year, but after-tax profits rose 60%, and this really helped to lift that profit after tax margin by almost 10%. So some strong results there versus quarter four last year. What were your thoughts on these results?
Thank you very much. As you've rightly said, the Q1 result came to the market yesterday, and I mean, not taking it away from the practice in the market, I mean, it's such that we do not really have investors reacting, you know, to quarterly result. The result that actually moved investor, as it were, in this part of the, in this market, is actually probably when we start having the full year. But looking at what was published yesterday, I would say, you know, reaction was a little bit perceived on most of the bank, except for Access Bank, that we actually recorded, you know, a kind of you know, a massive, you know, sale after the Q1 result.
Stanbic, Access Bank was actually one of the most traded stocks on the Nigerian Stock Exchange yesterday, and you did highlight, Stanbic highlighted at the beginning of the year, that one of the risks around this bank was the fact that it's one of the banks involved in sector consolidation. Is this still a concern for you?
Yes, looking at the way the consolidation process is being you know, being executed, we will all recall that First Bank actually pulled out of the discussion with Oshonic. Access Bank is still going on with Intercontinental. How this will turn out, we still don't know. But looking at the performance, I mean, what Access Bank published as their Q1 yesterday, I still want to believe, yes, they want to play in the big league. They will continue, and I want to believe that they will get that transaction, you know, executed. That is, they are, you know, taking up of Intercontinental Bank. How that will turn out at the end of the day, we still don't. I mean, we cannot determine right now, depending on the price they will be paying for Intercontinental, which I believe will go a long way.
As a trader, do you support a tie between the two banks?
Yes, I mean, it's. I believe it's going to be a good one, but the most, you know, determining factor will be the price that Access is paying for Intercontinental. That is what will determine how, you know, investors will look at Access after that, you know, after the exercise.
Oladele, moving on to another bank, Sterling Bank, also posting results yesterday. Now, AfriInvest saying that this was an under par performance, but also bringing it down to the fact that we had the elections in Nigeria, which caused a general lull in the economic activity in the country, and also, you know, just continued banking sector reforms, which are weighing down on banking stocks. Is this what you would bring their results down to as well?
You see, it's really not. Yes, that you know, it's a major factor that we need to consider. The political situation that we've just completed, you know, concluded the election, and the fact that the economy. I mean, the attention is just being turned right now, you know, to Nigerian market. But I would say, yes, that is Q1, but we expect most of these banks to actually have a better Q2, knowing fully well that, okay, they can now go into business. At least if you look at a couple of the results that came out yesterday, looking at, you know, it's clear right now that, okay, banks have started booking probably new loans, and we've started seeing the effect on the result. So I would say, yes, that is what they published, but Q2, I want to believe, will be a better performance.
So what stocks would you be buying in the banking sector at the moment?
Looking at the banking sector, yes, I think, you know, Zenith is still a good, I mean, we still have a buy recommendation on Zenith. Yes, Access, yes, at the level at which it is right now, yes, it's not a bad buy. First Bank is equally a good one. I mean, looking at most of the banking stocks that we have right now, yes, they at the point at which they are right. I mean, currently, I think they have, I mean, a good opportunities. I mean, there is that opportunity for growth.
Let's move on to the brewery sector. Nigerian Breweries ticking up 2/3% yesterday. In a brief at the start of the year, you said your outlook for 2011 was weak, given the fact that you weren't sure the bank would be able to raise prices in the market because of the impact it might have on volume growth. Now, it did raise the price of its flagship brand, Star, at the end of 2010. What is your thoughts on Nigerian Breweries? Would you be accumulating the stock? And is your concerns around weak performance in 2011 still valid?
Yes, I mean, we still expect Nigerian Breweries to perform very well 2011. I would say, looking at it from a trader's point of view, is actually one of the sought-after stocks on the market right now. A couple of investors are actually looking for, opportunity to accumulate the stocks. I think on the back of, the expansion story that, Nigerian Breweries is actually pushing to the market. Yes, vis-a-vis what their parent company, that's Heineken, is equally looking to do in Nigeria. So all these put together, I would say yes, it's a positive news for Nigerian Breweries and it's a stock to buy.
Stanbic also saying that they expect some strong earnings growth for Guinness this year. The stock also ticked up yesterday, gaining 1.5%. Is this another stock you'd be adding to your portfolio above and beyond, say, Nigerian Breweries?
Definitely, yes. Guinness, the way it is right now, and looking at what we investors are looking at and what the kind of mandates that are coming out from even both local and offshore investor, Guinness is actually being sought after, and I would say yes, is a stock to actually one should buy right now, we expect improved capacity. In that sector with what Nigerian Breweries is doing. Of course, Guinness being a major a leader in the stout market. Yes, we expect them to actually perform well 2011. So it's a stock equally to buy.
Let's turn our attention to the general markets picture at the moment. We had the Bourse gaining around 0.25% yesterday. Year to date, it's up around 2%. Post the election, how do you expect the market to trade, given the fact that the election is deemed to be one of the most credible in the history of Nigeria, despite some of the violence that we've seen?
Yes, after the election, yes, we've traded for 2 days right now, and it has been a positive news Wednesday and yesterday, which the trend of which we expect to continue today. I think the fear of an average investor as regards the election has actually been dealt with right now. It's clear that we've had one of the adjudged free and fair election in this part of the world, and I would say we're going to see the market a gradual return to positive performance, which of course has started, and we've actually started seeing a fresh mandate, a fresh interest coming into Nigeria. And I think if the government in part, of course, the aspect of continuity is equally there, is the same government that is returning. So all this put together, of course, I think is a positive news and is going to have a positive effect on our market going forward.